In this problem, they ask us to find a critical value. So what we mean by a critical value is a z-score, and our z-score is a value that's on this horizontal axis. And we find that z-score based on the area under the curve in a certain part of the normal distribution. So in this particular case, we want to find z sub 0.03. So what this indicates is what z-score, so what value along this horizontal axis, cuts off the right-hand 3%. 0.03 is 3%. So I'm going to say it's, I'm going to guess that it's roughly here. We'll see what happens. So the idea here is that we have 3% of the area under the curve, or 0.03, is on that right-hand side. And our question is, what value is this on the horizontal axis that cuts off that top 3%? And we call that the critical value. So I'm going to label this as z sub 0.03. So that 0.03 just indicates the area there in the right-hand tail. So to calculate this, we're going to use the inverse norm function in the calculator. So to access that, I press second and variables on the calculator, and this will be the third choice in your list. Then what I do is I need to put in the area on the left side. So this inverse norm function operates by working off of the area on the left-hand side. The notation is the exact opposite. So there's a couple of ways to approach this. And the most direct way is simply to say, well, we have 100% minus the 3% on the right is going to give me the percentage on the left. And I don't even need to know that that's actually 97%. I can just type it in as 1 minus 0.03, and that'll give me the correct answer. And then I put in the mean and standard deviation. Because we're talking about the normal distribution, or I should say the standard normal distribution, that means that our mean is 0 and our standard deviation is 1. So I put in 0 for the mean and 1 for the standard deviation. So this, I could type it just as 0.97. So if you want to do the subtraction, when it's easy enough to do, you can do that. Or you can just say 1 minus whatever percentage is on the right. Now, there are some calculators that will give you a choice of left, right, or center. And if you have that special type of calculator, then you could just put in 0.03, but then you have to specify that it's on the right-hand side. So that's just a little extra thing that's possible there. And when I press enter, then I get 1.88. That's rounded to 2 decimal places, which is what they were asking for there. And so that's my location on the horizontal axis, 1.88. And that's how you calculate that answer.